We have a pretty significant severe weather risk shaping up across the region on Monday, June 16th. The Storm Prediction Center has outlined an enhanced risk centering Twin Cities and extending as far north as Duluth and south towards Rochester. The main hazards across the enhanced risk region are strong tornadoes, significant wind gusts, and very large hail being possible. Models continue to uptrend and show a volatile parameter space with the amount of instability and shear forecasted. If we take a look at our significant tornado parameter, which combines stuff like instability and wind shear to predict the probability of tornadoes, the greatest overlap will be somewhat centered from St. Cloud to Mankato, which anywhere across that region has the best potential for a strong tornado threat. So as the days go by and high-resolution models come into play, we'll have a better understanding of the environment in storm mode. As of right now, we'll continue to provide updates and changes made into the forecast.
Man, I am so hyped for Monday, dude. First time traveling this far for tornadoes.
Yeah, every model run just gets better and better. Got some people saying a moderate risk is possible, and I don't disagree.
Yeah, definitely. If it goes moderate, I'll lose my mind. Never chased an event this potent before. Anyways, let's have one last look at the models. Oh, new HRRR run, 0Z. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Geez, man, look at all that significant tornado parameter.
Wow, that's absurd.
Just gets me even more excited.
Take a look at composite reflectivity. There's got to be supercells printing all over.
All right, let me pull it up. But why are there no storms?
Maybe there's a cap or something.
Ugh, this doesn't seem right. Let me check the sin. Oh my God, why is there so much sin? Ugh, this has to be a fluke run. No other way around it.
HRRR is never reliable on its first run. 6Z will likely paint a better solution.
You're right, probably nothing to freak out about. Let's just ignore models and focus on the spirit of storm chasing.
You're right. Don't overhype or downplay things. Let's just drive to Minnesota and get some tornadoes.
Real talk. Anyways, let's go. Oh, new SPC Outlook. Let me check it out. What? Only a 5% tour.
Are you serious? Didn't they mention strong tornadoes in the Day 3 Outlook?
Exactly. What are they smoking?
I mean, to be fair, no cams last night showed any storm initiation, likely due to issues with cap and stuff.
I think they should have gone 10 sig regardless. It's one of the most violent tornado parameter spaces I've ever seen.
Once again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. They know more than we do. Let's just wait for observations today and tomorrow instead of blabbering about models.
No, it just doesn't make any sense. They have confidence to issue a 30 sig for hail, but not a 10 sig tour. If there will be no storms, then why issue an enhanced risk in the first place?
Dude, can you just stop crying about it? It's only the damn Day 2 Outlook, for crying out loud. Just be patient, geez.
Fine. I'm not gonna complain about it anymore, Lack. Just gonna ignore everything until tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, so it looks like the 0ZHRRR run is out. Let's take a look at it. We'll have a look at a couple of frames here. Okay, this is 3 p.m. We actually have storms firing now. Seems like the forcing was able to overcome the EML, and that's going to set off some convection. Let's also go ahead and overlay storm relative helicity. We'll go with the peak hour here. The strongest values seem to overlap the Twin Cities. 300 is more than enough for tornadoes, and even strong tornadoes as well. This will also depend on the storm mode and whether storms are surface-based or elevated. Let's fast forward here. This is 5 p.m. Starting to see some more robust development. Early on, these storms will likely be large hail producers as their updrafts organize, and it'll likely take some time for these storms to produce tornadoes. Let's fast forward to 7 p.m. Oh, Jesus. This is definitely a concerning scenario. Multiple supercells approaching a parameter space that's favorable for strong tornadoes. One in particular straight in the bullseye over Minneapolis. That's going to be something to be concerned about tomorrow if this comes into fruition. We can also turn on our SKU-T overlays to highlight the thermodynamic environment these storms are in. And oh yeah, very good representation of an unstable environment. Doesn't look to be any cap we're dealing with. So these supercells will thrive, and we could have the potential for strong to violent tornadoes with the solution this model run is painting. Now, let's go to 9 p.m. Still have some storms ongoing crossing the border into Wisconsin. Now, with the rising surface inhibition as the nocturnal hours approach, most storms will either weaken or completely die. However, the most sustained will continue to produce that tornado threat and severe potential through the overnight hours. Now, I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions before we are back on live tomorrow to cover the event. Imagine a high. A high is completely off the table for this event. Not enough widespread coverage and still some uncertainties regarding the mode and evolution of tomorrow. Will a 10 sig be issued? We'll see, but it's looking very likely we will see the introduction of a 10 sig tomorrow. However, we need guidance and agreement on other models first. So just keep that in mind. Could there be long-track tornadoes? Potentially. I believe storms are going to be more cyclic and very slow-moving. However, it's not entirely off the table. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I'll be back live tomorrow covering this event at around 2 to 3 p.m. Central Time. Stay tuned and stay safe.
Hey, Lack, just got up. How's everything looking so far? Is it good?
Very. Cams. Showing storms all down the dry line.
Good. Are all our fail modes gone?
Not quite. Forcing arrival and the EML can still be an issue. Chances are looking less now.
So where are we going to position? I don't want to be in the metro for this, so I'm hoping we can be a bit further south.
The farthest south I'd go is, well, honestly, it's looking like we'd have to be somewhere in the metro. All the best parameters are centered around the city.
God damn it, I was hoping to be out somewhere in the open fields where we have visibility, but are we seriously going to have to deal with a nightmare in the Metroplex?
Yep, unfortunately. Let's be out there early, though. At around 2, we'll go to Minnetonka to beat traffic and wait somewhere around there.
Let's go farther west than that. I think near St. Bonifacius is a good idea instead.
Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Hopefully the storms initiate by 3 so they can last longer. But it's looking really good right now, for sure.
IEM bot just went off from the SPC. Let me check. New mesoscale discussion.
Yep, time to go. Let's get it, baby.
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 78, effective until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Minnesota: Aitkin, Anoka, Benton, Blue Earth, Brown, Carlton, Carver, Chisago, Cottonwood, Crow Wing, Dakota, Dodge, Faribault, Freeborn, Goodhue, Hennepin, Isanti, Kennebec, Candiahi, Martin, Meeker, Mille Lacs, Morrison, Mower, Nicollet, Olmsted, Ramsey, Redwood, Renville, Rice, Scott, Sherburne, Sibley, Stearns, Todd, Waseca, Washington, Watonwan, Wright, and the following counties in Wisconsin: Burnett, Polk, Pierce, and St. Croix. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements for possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio or television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
We are monitoring these two developing supercells, one southwest of Minneapolis and one just to the northwest of Elk River. We can already see they're starting to become strong, especially that one southwest of Minneapolis. So we'll have to keep an eye on that cell specifically, but within the next 2 hours, we should see these storms mature as conditions improve and see that severe weather threat take off around the region. So from now up into the evening hours until 8 p.m., we're going to have to monitor all weather trends that evolve. Make sure you have a way to receive warnings, have a plan, practice safety precautions, get everything you need before these storms pack a punch on the metro.
Okay, so we got some hail now and a severe thunderstorm warning for areas west of Minneapolis. Starting to become a fully rooted supercell, we have more than enough time for this storm to sustain, especially considering it formed literally right in the prime environment. We do have some more initiation occurring north, which should also take time to develop. I actually am surprised how far east these storms are forming. We have none west of St. Cloud, which makes me believe the dry line was farther east than expected. That's no problem, though these storms will likely take less time to mature considering the better environment towards eastern Minnesota. I am a little frightened on this storm's trajectory and how quick it's organizing because the storm track essentially puts it right on top of Minneapolis. It's in a great environment, all the cape and shear it can ingest, as well as the EML keeping it isolated. So again, this cell must be closely monitored.
Oh my God, this is perfect.
Most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
They need a tornado warning on this. Let me report.
This is awesome. Never been more than back. Tornado. Tornado on the ground.
We're scoring. This is amazing.
Very brief, but that was large. This cell is definitely a danger to Minneapolis.
There could still be something within there. Let's get closer.
The National Weather Service in the Twin Cities has issued a tornado warning for central Hennepin County, northeastern Carver County, until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Victoria, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado. Source: weather spotters reported wall cloud over Victoria. This storm has a history of producing a brief tornado. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, St. Louis Park, Mound, Edina, Long Lake, and Wazata. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
that was so crazy, man.
Yeah, what a day that was.
That definitely set off my year. We got to see everything a chaser experiences at once.
Hopefully those people are all right. Definitely left a historical scar across Minneapolis.
Yeah, very sad. But we played our cards correctly and documented it nicely. Still kind of crazy there weren't any other tornadoes.
Yeah, that was literally the only tornado. And the one we caught before the wedge occurred. People are going to say it underperformed. However, they'll remember the tornado more than anything.
Correct. Now we await the future of chase season.